Hello everyone. It's James again. And today, I want to talk a bit about the comments from the last video. And also diving deeper into the topic of how the narcissist sleeps. Or for that matter, do they even dream? And all of this ties into the comments on the last video I uploaded, which I will put in the description box below if you haven't had a chance to check it out. You see videos like how does a narcissist sleep? And the one I did about how the narcissist parent or parents prevent their children oftentimes from driving or getting their license late in life as a control mechanism. These types of videos are the light switch for some to really realize they are dealing with a narcissist or another toxic person. And the reason is they get to see this strange happening, such as the narcissist sleep patterns. And then out of nowhere they see a video talking about it on YouTube. And then they read hundreds of others' comments, detailing the same exact things. Now, it's one thing when we share the same general abuse stories. Which one would think? This should be enough for someone to get they are with a toxic person. But the fact is the narcissist has done such a good job brainwashing and eroding their victim's self-esteem, to the point second guessing for the victim is second nature. However, it's the little odd things, or the smaller details. And when they notice others have experienced the exact same things, it's like a switch is turned on inside the victim to research more, to understand more, and to think outside of the box the narcissist has put them in. And this is why I talk about pushing to get to the 200,000 subscriber mark and beyond. Because I know there are millions if not billions of people on this planet that are victims of this horrible narcissistic abuse right now, this very second. But they are too brainwashed think through the problem. But it's videos like the one I just mentioned that seem to have an effect on the programming. The programming done by the narcissist and by our society. It jars something in this person to where time stops. And they think, wait a minute. I've been living in a false reality with a demon this entire time. And last I checked, demons don't love or like humans. And before you know it, the red pill is swallowed with in regards to narcissistic abuse and how this world really works. I mean, think about it. Someone that is going through this type of hell. And oddly enough, they've thought, how weird. It's like they shut off like a machine, shutting down for maintenance. But then you read and hear others sharing the same experiences. And that's when that oh dear God moment happens. When you or they realize the evil you or they have been dealing with. The toxic evil only meant to utterly destroy your life. And it answers the question of the title of this video very clearly. Do narcissists dream? And though none of us here are doctors, I think from all of the answers and our shared stories, I would be safe however to at least kick around the idea that they don't dream. However, they might fake like they dream, just to pull on your heartstrings only to sucker you in for more abuse. By saying, oh, I had a dream you and I were riding a horse and we are going to be together forever and ever. Blah 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 blah. Where is you and I? On the other hand, have had some really, and I mean really, intense dreams. I've been dreaming, I recall, since I was around 3 years old. The dreams I vividly remember, which I will discuss much later. But we all have dreamed some intense dreams. Some good, some bad. But these things, or machines or demons we've dealt with, they seem like they don't need but an hour or two of shut-off time. And then they are back at it again, trying to run us into the ground. And they do all of this without getting tired. But when they are needing to shut off, they do. And it's so creepy, it's just like a machine. I remember watching this happen with Susie, and asking her about if she dreamt. And she just looked at me confused as if to say, what's a dream? Like she didn't even understand the concept. I think part of being able to dream, one needs to have a conscious. One needs to have real emotions and feelings. And the narcissist has none of these things. Now, with that being said, Go through and read through all of the comments on the last video. And then ask yourself the question: do narcissists dream? And I think you will come up with the answer of no. They don't dream. Now, none of us have hooked up electrodes to the head of a narcissist to study their brain function when they are asleep. But what we do know is what we've observed up close and personal with a narcissist in our life. And everything we've observed, watched, and seen tells us more than likely they don't. Because they don't have the capability nor the conscience to do so. And if they did by accident, they wouldn't be able to connect to the dream to even understand what was going on. It's been said that God sometimes will talk to us when we are asleep throughout our life. He loves us a lot and wants a real one-on-one relationship with us. But we must have a conscience to hear him or even care he's talking to us. And this is also important. Because the more this information is known, the more one can throw all of the excuses out of the window as to why they can make a relationship work with such an individual. If this person or thing can't even dream, and doesn't have a conscience, and only knows manipulation and destruction, and pain, and misery, that an early death will surely come from such a relationship. And once this is realized, a plan of escape can then be worked on. But when the victim is constantly overthinking and questioning whether or not they are right in their assessments regarding this toxic person they are dealing with, they are more apt to stay stuck for a lifetime of abuse. But it's in my opinion, all it takes is a small tiny nugget of information that can snowball into a full awakening and rescue of someone that is being abused by a narcissist. So I want to tell everyone, thank you so much for sharing your stories. Your stories are helping so many people know and understand they aren't alone when they hear and feel their own story in your comments. So thank you again for sharing, liking and all of the above. I have a strong and good feeling that goal of 200,000 subscribers is around the corner. And more people are going to stop and say, wait a minute. You mean there's a name to what's been happening to me? You mean I wasn't nuts? You mean I've been brainwashed the entire time? You mean my parents never loved me? Oh dear God. But wait. There is a way I can do the self-work. And have a real life. I can make real friends, not fake ones. I can actually meet a life partner and be treated with respect. You mean all of this is really possible? Yes. It's all possible and more. Learning such things regarding narcissistic abuse is all happening for a reason. So you can free yourself from the mental and physical slavery such beings put you under. Remember, people weren't meant to be abused. We were meant to be free and prosperous. Remember that. So if you are thinking or asking yourself, does a narcissist dream? And your gut tells you no. No, they don't dream. No, and understand, you're probably right. You probably are. And it's not worth to worry about the exceptions. But it's worth to think and understand what such conclusions actually mean. And what type of person you're dealing with. And if they really are a person at all. Or are they just a human shell with a demon on the inside? And that this might explain why they have done nothing but try to destroy you and your life. It's time to get yourself together and stop making excuses for evil. And get as far and away from this thing as you possibly can. Well, that's all I have for now. I will be doing a video about the effects of being sleep deprived by the narcissist. And other things that happens to us in our sleep when we are dealing with the post-traumatic stress after we've escaped. Because our sleep problems oftentimes don't correct themselves when we are out of the narcissist's presence. Which is another challenge we must face. But I will be talking about this and much more. But until then, let's keep praying for wisdom. Let's keep praying for strength. And let's keep praying for courage. And until next time, bye for now. And be good to yourself.